Quick, this is a tutorial on a little bit easier to use Siri server than the earlier video I posted back in December. Basically, this one is close to the real deal, but not quite. It uses Google Voice, and so the upsides to that are you don't need 4S keys. It's great. So that saves a huge, big, long step, big, long ordeal, no dumping keys. Downside is it uses, how do I put this, clips that are only 10 seconds long. And so if you have a really long command or want to have a conversation, you're out of luck. The bonus to this, though, is dictation works. So you can hit the little microphone key by your keyboard and speak, to text. So that's cool. So I'm going to jump right into here. Definitely going to chop this one up to keep it under, an hour. I don't want it to be an hour long. Try to keep it as entertaining as possible. But here we go. So this is just a GitHub. It's just basically a way for people to host coding projects. And this one is by, I'm not even going to try to say the developer's name, but I think he's a German dude. Pretty cool guy for putting this out. But yeah, so I'll include this link. You're just going to want to go to this link and then follow these directions. And I'm going to keep referring to these directions because it's got codes that I need. So here we go. First thing you're going to do is after you go to this link, download the zip. And it downloads very quick. It's very small. It's just some lightweight code. And you're going to want to put on your desktop. Hello, where'd you go? There you are. And unzip it. So after you do that, put this in the trash because I'm a neat freak. You see that it's got this big whole long thing. You can just name it Siri server. Just like that, because it'll be easier to get to because there's some stuff you have to do on the command line. Now, right here is a good spot. The key is you have to leave the files wherever you put them. So I'm going to put them on the desktop. A good spot to do them if you plan on keeping this permanently is in the root folder. So if you just go to the Finder and go to your name, you've got all these. And as you can see, I have it right here because I actually already installed it once, and just to verify that it works and that it's simple to use. So getting past that, after unzipping, the first thing you're going to do, just following the directions, is you're going to install libspeaks and libflac. Now, you need either a Linux machine or Mac OS X, and so I'm obviously on a Mac, but you can use Parallels or, if you want to run Linux, or you can use VMware Fusion on Windows to run Linux and do this. The commands are exactly the same. So you're going to need wget, and if you don't have wget already, I posted a tutorial a little bit earlier on how to use it, and that's why. So you could do this. So I'm actually going to put my terminal window, close iTunes. Well, I don't know why that's up. Alright, so here we are. Got my terminal window. First thing you're going to want to do is I'm going to cd into my Siri server folder to keep everything the same. So it's pretty simple. cd So now I'm in the Siri server folder, and I'm just going to copy this whole line of text because I don't want to type this URL, which is a pain. And so what this does is it basically just downloads a file. So resolving it, downloading it, boom, done. Now you're going to untar it, which basically just unzips it. And I'm just copying and pasting these because it's simpler. So that's a very quick command. Now you're going to cd into this folder. And so cd just means change directory, obviously. Now that I'm in the folder, I'm actually gonna do these just from heart. So I'm gonna type configure, and what did I do wrong here? I obviously spelled it wrong. Wow. All right, that was embarrassing. So I'm just gonna type configure. It's gonna run configure. This part's going to take a while, so I'm going to speed it up. Alright, so then I'm going to type make, and it's going to make the installer. It's going to compile it for me, and you're just going to do the exact same things here. And I'll also include some fixes to common errors that I ran into when I was doing it the first time. I have some good solutions. make install. Type in the password, and I just messed that up. And it's going to install libspeaks. So there you go. That was quick, pretty easy, really fast because I already had it installed. So next, we're going to do the same thing, cd ... to go down a directory, do the same exact process for this next file. So paste the wget. While that downloads, I'm going to copy the next line of code. Hello, what just happened? Oh goodness, this is new. I'll just reload it. Okay, so I'm going to copy the next line. And this part's important. You have to, in the instructions, it doesn't have a CD. And so you're going to need to CD in there. So the directory is just called FLAC 1-1.2.1. So I'm going to go like this. Now that I'm in there, now you can type configure, and then you need -disable ASM options. Optimizations. Alright, so that's done. Make. I don't think I typed. Anyway, regardless. Alright, that's done. And then sudo make install. Done. Alright, so that part is done. So now we have libspeaks and what's the other one? libflac installed. And so those are just things needed to decode the speech commands. So now you have, the next thing you have to install is Python. So you're going to need to do, just go to python.org, I want to say it is, and download Python. And so that's pretty easy to do. You know, it doesn't matter which version you get. You can just get 2.7. It's the newest. There you go. And so once you have Python installed, I'm not going to do that. Once you have Python installed, you need these packages. So biplist and M2 crypto. And you see here it says you can get both via easy install. So easy install is available at this Python website, and I'm not going to do a link on that either because this video will just be too long, but if you guys need one, I can create another one. So we're just going to skip that. So then once you have easy install, you just easy install BIP list M2 crypto, boom. So here is the next part of this. You want to cd ... to go down a directory, and from here you're going to go cd gen certs. Okay, now that you're in gen certs, this is where you generate a certificate in order to get your phone to forward the Siri data to your server. So if you see here, it's got a couple different setups. You have just the plain one, and that just generates a certificate for gazani.apple.com, which doesn't do anything for you. You're going to want to do this format. What this format does is the IP address of your computer currently. So there's a bunch of different ways. Basically, just Google what's my IP address, and it'll tell you, and do that one. So if you look here, I have mine, and it is 128.138.23149. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to write that down real quick because I will forget it if I don't do so. 128.138.23149. Okay, and then I'm just going to type in the exact thing there. And then followed by this command that just says execute gencerts.shell. I'm going to type my IP address, 128.138.23.149, and then hit enter. Boom. So it generated a request. Now this part, you're going to want to go into your Siri server file, and if you see this ca.pem, Now, you can't move it because it looks for the certificate in this area, so it's important to leave it here. You're going to want to go to mail, or wherever you do your mail, just compose an email address. There you go, jgreco@me.com. Subject, I'll just call it cert. And all you're going to do is just attach the certificate. So you can use the attach section, or you can drag it straight in. Either way, all that matters is that you send it. So send it in there and open it on your iPhone. Once it opens it on your iPhone, it'll validate that you can send a request to that Siri server. So you have to do that part. If you don't do it, or it doesn't have the right IP address, it's not going to work. Now next, all you have to do is go into terminal, and so you're going to want to cd into the correct directory. So I'm actually going to go into the directory I had it set up in earlier, just because I know that works. I don't want to mess with any duplicates or anything. So you're going to cd into the directory, and then you're going to go sudo python siriserver.py. Hit enter. There you go. So it runs. So if you see here, it says info module starting server, info init listening on port 443. Now all I'm going to do is go to my iPhone, and assuming this works, I'll do a little screen video so that you can see it running on my phone, and I'll show you a couple of the features. So you obviously have to have Spire installed, but just turn on Siri after you have Spire installed. Now you're going to want to go to Spire, the settings section in Spire, and you're going to, where it says proxy host, you're going to want to type in HTTPS. That S is very important or it won't work. / or colon / the IP address that you submitted into your I guess your certificate request. And so see, if you see here, the server is actually handling incoming requests. So if I go like this, you can see it there. Current time.
It is 8:17 p.m.
There you go. So it's pretty cool. It works. You can even look on your shell, see best matching result, get the current time. I don't know why it said there, but it was close enough. It also does like some witty answers, like what is the meaning of life?
I shouldn't tell you.
It shouldn't tell me. It's kind of funny. So yeah, and look, if you see your best matching result, what is the meaning of life, with the confidence of blah 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 blah, it doesn't matter. But there you go. So it's a lot simpler than the other one. Doesn't require a Siri key. And yeah, lastly, let me demonstrate I'm going to do the video and see how it works. So let me do this real quick. Alright, so to demonstrate that dictation works here, my face is kind of cut off because I'm trying to get a good angle on the phone. I'm going to hold it, and let's see if I can get this just right. Come on. This is a test of dictation. It's working, and this is a test of dictation, if you can see that. Come on. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It works. I mean, try it again. Does this thing really work? And sure enough, I mean, so there's still a couple issues like punctuation, but it's pretty cool. So that's just to demonstrate the dictation works. I'll just do one so you can see Siri working here. What is the current time?
It is 8:21 p.m.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, you could see it working. Works well. Much easier to set up than the Linux server, for sure. Simplicity is key here. So, didn't mean to press the button there. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Ask any questions that you're confused about. See you later.